People said Caitlin Clark was overrated, that she was just a shooter, just hype, just another player the media couldn't stop talking about. Some said she wouldn't last when the real competition showed up. Others went further, claiming she'd better toughen up because this wasn't college anymore. It wasn't quiet either. You heard it on podcasts, in interviews, all over social media, and sometimes even during games. And Caitlin Clark, she heard it all. But this didn't start when she got drafted. The pushback had been building way before she ever touched a WNBA floor. In a regular season college game against Ohio State, things got heated under the basket. Clark was fighting for a rebound when Cody McMahon went back up and scored. As the whistle blew, McMahon turned and shoved Clark to the floor. It had nothing to do with the play. It was frustration. It was personal, and everyone in the arena felt it. Clark didn't react. She got up, fixed her jersey, and went right back to playing. So when she made it to the WNBA, you'd think maybe the respect would follow. But it didn't. A few games into last season, Chindi Carter slammed her with a hard shoulder check away from the ball. It wasn't a basketball play. It wasn't even called a foul, but replays showed the truth. People online went back and forth, debating whether it was dirty. But Clark didn't join in. She just got up and kept going, like she always does. She's dealt with hate at every level, and every single time someone's tried to test her, she's responded the same way, not with trash talk, but with her game. But this night felt different. When Ryan Howard hit Caitlin Clark in the face, it didn't feel like just another hard foul. You could feel the shift. The crowd went quiet for a second. Everyone looked around like, did that just happen? Clark didn't even blink. She stood up, adjusted her headband, and got back to business. What followed wasn't just about bouncing back, it was a message. And this wasn't just some random player hitting her. Ryan Howard is the real deal. She was the #1 pick, Rookie of the Year, and one of the most complete guards in the league. She's tall, athletic, skilled, and plays like she's been doing this forever. She doesn't talk much, but her game speaks loudly. So when she was the one who smacked Clark in the face, people paid attention. This was more than just a preseason game. The energy changed. The temperature in the building changed. The Fever were trying to prove they belonged. Clark was still carrying all the hype, and now the Dream were sending a message early. Clark didn't get the luxury of a quiet start. She was in her second season, but there was no room for easing in. Every move she made was watched, slowed down, and picked apart. And now, with that one hit, the tone of the night shifted completely. The game tipped off with tension already in the air. Indiana got on the board first when Caitlin Clark grabbed a rebound and took it coast to coast for a tough layup in transition. No celebration, just focus. Moments later, her defender made the mistake of going under a screen, and she made her pay with a deep three. You could tell she came ready to shoot that thing tonight, just like any other night. Atlanta punched back through Taina Pau, who drove in off a handoff and finished through contact for an and-one. It got the Dream on the board and gave them some energy. But Indiana wasn't slowing down. Clark came back and threw a perfect lob pass over the top to Aaliyah Boston, who sealed her defender and scored while drawing the foul. Indiana looked sharp and in sync. In the second quarter, Clark came flying off a pin-down screen and knocked down another three. Not long after, she broke down her defender and whipped a no-look pass to Sophie Cunningham, who made a nice cut for the layup. Just like that, the Fever went up by 10, their biggest lead of the night. Atlanta needed someone to step up. Pau answered with a smooth three off a pick and roll. She knows how to abuse that drop defense. But Indiana kept moving the ball. This time, Sophie Cunningham found herself open and knocked down her first triple of the game. Then finally, Ryan Howard got going. She hit a clean catch-and-shoot three, her first real moment of the night. But Clark answered right back. She danced with the ball, stepped back, and hit a jumper that sent a message louder than any words could. Deep three, she thought she got fouled too, but the ref didn't call it. No problem. The shot still dropped. Atlanta kept pushing. Brianna Jones found a teammate cutting for a layup, and then Taina Pau hit another tough three off the dribble. You could see the Dream were trying to rally, trying to shift the energy back in their favor. But even with all that, it felt like every time Atlanta scored, Clark or someone else from Indiana had an answer, not just with talent, but with timing and poise. Clark wasn't just reacting to the moment, she was controlling it. The third quarter picked up where the second left off. Clark came off a screen and sliced through the defense for a quick layup. On the next play, she ran a perfect pick and roll, dishing a pocket pass to Aaliyah Boston for another easy. Atlanta leaned on Brianna Jones again. She called for it under the basket, powered her way through, and scored while falling down. She came back on the next play and did it again with her left hand, showing serious strength in the paint. Sophie Cunningham grabbed an offensive rebound on the other end and kicked it out to Mitchell, who drilled a three. Then Ryan Howard responded by coming off a shake-and-fill action, where the screener rolls and the other guard fills from the strong side. She nailed the three-pointer. You could feel the dream trying to grab momentum. But then Clark made the play of the night. She grabbed a rebound and, without hesitation, launched a full-court pass to Dana Bonner, hitting her perfectly in stride. The crowd jumped to their feet. That kind of vision, that kind of awareness, that's what separates her. Pow answered with another three, but the quarter ended with Indiana still ahead 63-57.